I said it's always good when you get insulted.
Hey, what's up, my boy?
I said it's always good when you get insulted. Before this like camera drop, bro. What's up? Welcome. Mind Bully Podcast, Norense Odiase, your hostess with the mostest. You got, dang right, one of them, swag, intelligence, confidence, beauty. Not all the time, but right now I definitely got it. This episode, obviously, is a little different format. I always, seldom, me and a guest or me and me. Lately, it's just been me. But this week, we have a guest, but it's conversation with my brother, my guest, my boy, Jordan Konnard.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. You act like you don't got like applause on the thing, you know. Like I want that like manufacturer applause. But I'm a
bro. I've never done that. I've never done that on here.
Nah, man. Hey, man, I appreciate you having me on. I think this is like my third or fourth time on the podcast, but it's been a while. I ain't been on this year, and I seen you're doing big thing this year, moving over to the YouTube space. Got the camera, seeing my boy, big beautiful face. You feel me? Come on, man. The forehead in the camera too, but you know, black is beautiful, and I love to see it.
I love to see it. Nah, bro. Literally before this episode, I was hooking it up, Jimmy rigging things, like getting it all together. But I'm like, I'm about to do a podcast with Jordan. And literally right here, like a left of me, I started my very first episode and you were here with me. And we were just, I was like, all right, another take.
Yeah.
And we had went on IG Live, bro.
That was my first time like having my producer hat on for real. And I ain't gonna lie, you was frustrating me, but you was frustrating
How,
me.
Though? What was I doing?
But that first day though, like I was like, all right, now you got something, bro. Like this is gonna be some growth.
Really?
Once you hone it, yeah, bro, 100%. Because I listen to a lot of podcasts, just studying and trying to just see the landscape of everything. And just off your first episode, bro. And I don't think, did you put that one out? Like the first one we recorded?
I think I did. I think it was.
Okay.
I think it was.
Okay, but yeah, anyways, but like the first time recording, like just the way you flowed, even though at first you were like, all right, bro, let me redo this. But once you got into it, yeah, man, I already knew this was going to be where you are now, man. And it's going to be even better, you know, coming soon for sure.
No, thank you. I'm humbled, obviously, for that. And thank you for saying that. But I remember the first couple episodes, bro. I would send it to you at odd times. I'm like, Jordan, can you edit? Yeah. Jordan.
Yeah.
And literally, I was thinking about that. I'm like, bro, dang, this has come a long way. It's just not even me. It's easy to talk about me. It's obviously this podcast. I'm the host, but it like tells you and it teaches you a lesson. If you just keep going in what you're doing, you're gonna grow through the frustration, through the pain, through the bugging everybody else around you. If you're really connected with why you're doing something, it could come and get better than even what you saw. So obviously love. But this episode is not about me. Hell, I know you're here with me, but it's not about you. It's about us. It's about conversation. It's about
it's about us. You feel me?
Just new beginnings. I feel like you're the perfect person to talk to right now because new beginnings for you. You just walked your little black ass to Austin, Texas. And for anybody listening, Jordan, we've been best friends for a long time. And if anybody knows, Tevin Orr is also a best friend of ours too. Me and Tevin Orr get together. We know Jordan well. And who's the last person we ever would have thought, at least the Fort Worth area? Jordan Konnard, literally.
Bro, you know Mr. Fort Worth out here.
Yeah, literally. Till the day he's like, that was Fort Worth area? Why would I ever leave? It's lovely. Like he's Mr. Fort Worth. For him to jump out and leave and move somewhere else, it's big. It's big. So first question, Mr. Jordan. How has just been the move for you? How has new life, seeing yourself where you weren't or ever thought you'd be? How has that been your first couple weeks?
Like you said, bro, I never really seen myself moving outside of DFW. I remember like after college, I was like, let me go tour a couple of cities just in case I do want to move. So I went to DC and I actually did fall in love with DC. But, you know, it's still a little expensive out there.
Yeah.
And then I went to Phoenix, which I like Phoenix a lot too. But just job opportunities didn't come up like I wanted. So I ended up getting back settled in the DFW for real. I mean, I never left. I was in Denton, but I came back to Fort Worth. And it's like, I know y'all gonna be like, dang, bro, you really never left home. But when I went back to Fort Worth, bro, I feel like it was a whole different place because Like when I'm grown now and I can actually explore this. And Fort Worth was really growing.
Yeah.
So yeah, bro, you right. I really thought I never was going to leave. So like these past couple of months, bro, like I ain't gonna lie, it's really been super hard. Like just one coming out here, not really having no friends. And you know how I am. Like even with y'all leaving, I still had a whole bunch of friends back home.
Yeah.
And I'm with like every weekend, and I lived with my god sister. So like I'm with somebody pretty much every day. So coming out here by myself was definitely hard. Even making a decision was hard. Even though in the back of my mind, I always was like, bro, why would you not do this? It doesn't make any sense. But I was still debating and going back and forth with myself. But once I finally did make the decision,
for some context,
no, go ahead.
I wouldn't even ask. I want to know again. I want to be refreshed on the story because you just talked about making the decision was tough. Obviously, it's a better position, a promotion. I was lit just hearing it. Yeah. So for myself, literally, I want to relive the story behind your eyes. Like when you got the call, take me through that. It was
really like all God's timing for real, man. Like, so around that time, I actually was like looking at other jobs and applying to different jobs. So I work for a wine company. If y'all listen to me on before, like y'all know that. But for the new listeners, I work for a wine company. Work in the wine industry, been doing that for the last 3 years, but I've been on the sales side. But so I got to the point where I feel like I reached where I wanted to be in that space of it. Like I didn't really like love the sales part of the wine industry. So I started looking for other jobs, kind of going back until I went to college for like going towards the tech side. But so happened like in early December or like late November, they had sent out an email from our national marketing team. Like, we have a position open. And I'm reading like the recs of it. I'm like, dang, I did this in school. Let me go ahead and, throw my name in the hat. So Kelly, which is like my current boss, she had contacted our sales director back in Dallas. And she was like, I never met Jordan before. Like, how long has he been in the company? Start asking about me. And I guess I piqued her interest. So she like, before we even did an interview, bro, she set up like a Zoom call just to like get to know me. And we just clicked like that, bro. Like I said, and then everything just started like rolling. But in the meantime, I was like, dang, this decision literally is going to affect a lot of people. So I had to move from Fort Worth. I had to take the position. I had to move to Austin. So I'm going from sales to doing marketing and data analysis. Like I said, more stuff that I'm actually went to school for, and that can further my own wine business, 94 Pours. So it's like thinking about that, it's like, bro, that's a no-brainer. Why would you even like question that? But like I said, bro, the decision was affecting so many people, bro. It was really hard for me, man. It was really hard for me.
When you say affecting so many people,
but I got validation.
Who are you kind of talking about? Because I know you just talked about your god sister, but
yeah. So, bro, we literally just signed a lease like a week before. We just re-signed our lease a week before I went down there for my interview, and it was like, dang, that was a decision in itself. Like, dang, should I actually go do this interview? Because I didn't think I was gonna have to move at first. I thought it was gonna be like completely remote. And I could just like, kind of finagle it until, our lease was over.
Right.
But nah, when I went down for the interview, they was like, nah, you're going to have to move down here. I was like, okay. But so that's one person for sure. So Kristen, that definitely was going to affect her because like, okay, we got to break this lease. She got to find somewhere to stay. She a school teacher. So like, it's like during this time, like they don't got much time to like even be thinking about this stuff. And then my business partner, Braxton. So 94 Pours is our wine company. Go follow us on IG, you feel me? But
you stupid.
But we had really started getting a lot of traction, man. Like we were like getting booked for back to back. So I kind of felt like guilty, like leaving at this time because I knew we was gonna have to take a little pause. Like I think in the long run, this is definitely gonna help us. But I felt kind of guilty at that time just leaving, like while we gaining all this momentum. And then just like my family, bro, it's like when my grandma, just a lot of stuff going on in our family.
Yeah.
And I feel like for a lot of people, I am that, rock and glue type of person. So me leaving at this time, I also kind of felt guilty about that as well. But man, as soon as I came out here, bro, everything was validated just from the people that I'm working with, the opportunities I'm already getting. Like, it's like, hey man, like I said, man, it was God's timing. It was hard, bro. You know me.
Yeah, bro, you're such a connector. You're so passionate about the people in your life, and like you just said, your roommate, your god sister, and someone that you actually care about.
Yeah.
It's really affecting them. So you almost feel it. Like you probably
100%.
go home and you're like, oh, I got this opportunity. Let me say, and then it's like, but if I was her, I'm like, yeah, but okay, what does that mean for me? And even
100%.
your family and just thinking over like that, it's crazy, bro. You get an opportunity, you jump into the space in your life that you don't see yourself, the new level, and then guilt comes. Why is it that the time that you want something for you, you're grinding, guilt comes onto you? So how do you deal with that right now? Because again, it's fresh. The Band-Aid is open. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you're blessed to have the position. God is taking you to that level. But like, if you've kind of walked through in your mind how you kind of go about changing that, I feel guilty to, okay, I have an opportunity to not only serve myself, but serve those that I love. How do you work with that now?
I think first and foremost, man, it was just listening to the people that was around me. And then really, honestly, it was talking to my roommate, my god sister, Kristen, because she was the one that it was like, it visibly hit for, like, really? I actually could see, and I really felt bad about it because, like, she was like, she's a very emotional person. And she like literally wears her heart in her sleeve, so I can see everything. So I think like actually talking to her, and even talking to everybody else, but talking to her, and then she finally like was like, man, I'm like super proud of you, and I'm happy for you. And we worked through all this stuff together. I think that's what's made the transition a lot easier than I foreseen it being, for sure.
Can you walk me through that though? Like, how does that work? Because you, again, I know you're some like you care about those around you. So I don't even know how you would approach her with that.
It was hard, bro. It was super hard. Like, cause man, I mentioned to her I was going down there for an interview, but she was like the last person I told I actually accepted the position. Cause I was just like, bro, I don't think I'm ready for this conversation. But honestly, it kind of got pushed on me. So my mom's birthday is like the end of January, and she literally like announces this at this big old party.
God.
So Kristen came up to me, and I wasn't down there. I'm still upstairs, like getting stuff set up and everything. So I think Braxton had texted me, and he was like, bro, I think Kristen, man. I was like, wait, what? And then she came up to me. She like, are you moving? And I was just like, damn, bro, I really got to have this conversation. So like the next couple of days, man, we just really sat down, had a conversation. Just start being grown-ups about it, like seeing, okay, how we gonna, go about breaking this lease and doing all this and what it's gonna look like. But like I said, I think if I'd have did that earlier, it probably would have been a lot better. I wouldn't have been doing all that stressing. I could have actually enjoyed it a lot more. But I think actually talking to her and just talking, like I said, talking to everybody else too, because a lot of people were saying the same thing, like they happy for me and stuff. So I think that helped the process a lot. But I could have sped it up for sure if I would have actually talked to her at the beginning of it.
Bro, there is sometimes in life, bro, you just you don't want to jump into a conversation, or you don't want to jump into something because what if she took it a totally different way? And then it's like, 100%. Damn, like I'm still gonna go. I don't want to break this relationship. So it's like you feel like you're risking almost losing a part of yourself because it's like, that's my family. So if I have to jump out on what I want to do, I'm risking losing myself. And so it's the best when you can surround yourself around people that care about you, that care about your well-being as well as them, and that you can lift each other up. Just thinking about that though, bro.
But yeah, bro, I actually was going to ask you, have you ever been through this type of situation? Because I think that's another thing that I've been doing is leaning on to people who have moved away and start in the first time living by themselves. Like, have you been in a situation where like a decision you made like was affecting a lot of other people?
Oh, okay. Okay, that's a great question, because behind your eyes, if I was in your shoes, I don't know how I would handle that, because I'm not Jordan Konnard, and I know how Jordan Konnard is, because moving away and seeing yourself as Mr. Fort Worth and you go to another place, I've done it, but not in a similar way, kind of in a similar way, but differently. I play basketball. I went to Germany, and I just think that it's different because for me, someone in sports growing up, I was always the person that, my mom from 8 to 18, she raised all of us. My dad was overseas, like, and I'm used to nobody showing up to the basketball games. I'm used to nobody showing up for the meetings. I'm used to not nobody in the stands at AAU games. Like, I'm used to that, not for any fault of their own, but I'm used to people not showing up for me in that way. So for me, it was kind of easy to kind of just, after high school, go to a prep school. Like, it never crossed my mind to, oh, my family, my friends. It was just like, all right, the next step, because I'm used to it. Then, just leave to Texas Tech. Oh, my brother's there now, but like, I'm used to being away. And then, after this, I go to Phoenix, and then I go to Germany. Like, so I was used to kind of, stepping away. And it's funny because I talked about this with my mom the other day. Because it's interesting, your dynamics within your family, your household, your siblings, everybody, one, they have their own lived experience, what they remember and like what they hold on to, but then they have their own beliefs and what they, deem necessary to succeed and what kind of traits they take on. I feel like me, I'm on to the next. It's easy for me because I've had to do that. And so I was just talking with my mom about my other siblings. If they haven't been forced to do that, it looks different, and that you can't expect somebody to know what I've done or know what they've even done because they came over here from Nigeria. So it's interesting. It's interesting. And I feel like getting out of your comfort zone is kind of like that lane. And I usually used to be that person to be like, just do it. Get out of your comfort zone. Just do it. Jump. Go. But it's like, bro, they don't see how you see. And you only did that because you had to. And then you just learned how to do it. Yeah. So that's an interesting question, bro.
Do you feel like that like going to next kind of like stem from, okay, I gotta handle business basically, because like that's what your dad did when he went overseas. He went over there to handle business. Is that kind of where that stems from?
I've never thought about that like that, bro. That's a great question. Yeah. And I think this is an interesting conversation because there was this book I was reading, and psychology, it always says nature versus nurture, and the traits that you have, like how much, what decides who you are now. I would ask you not to do that, ask a question with a question, but what do you think is more kind of potent in life or in people now today? Nature versus nurture, meaning the way their traits, inherited traits from their family members, their lineage, or nurture, their environment, their culture. What do you think?
I don't want to say one is more important, but I kind of think one is kind of more prevalent in somebody's life. I think the nature, I think the nature part is, that's where the foundations are. Like, for instance, like you said earlier with your siblings, like all of y'all had that same foundations, but y'all kind of grew up a little different just because one. So I can even go to my stuff. So how my parents had me young. So how they were parenting me is completely different how they parented my sister. And then we throw in, okay, where we grew up at, and the family members that I hung out with, the family members my sister hung out with, the friends that I have, the playing sports all the way growing up. Like, that's why me and my sister have a lot of different personality traits and everything. But that foundation is there, like, to the core. Like, we might go about it a different way, but I think that the core values are still there. So I think it's literally a balance. But I do think your environment influence you a lot more than like the traits that you get, like, just from inherited.
Bro, I would almost agree. And we were just talking on FaceTime, me, you, and Tevin yesterday about this. And we're literally having a heated conversation about, obviously, my Nigerian American experience and obviously an African American experience growing up here. And for me, my argument was like, bro, I literally grew up with you guys. I literally grew up with you. So and his argument was like, there's definitely differences, which there is. But, to say that my differences are more than his with another African American, I see it, but I don't see it as so detailed as he did in the conversation. I'm saying that, and I'm using that because nature versus nurture, it is, to your question. My dad, I do see that. And now that I'm thinking of it, it's like that idea of, are we actually, or am I actually being driven? Am I driven, or am I being dragged by something? Like it's inherent in me to just go, go. It's just something in me to, next. And a lot of the times that next feeling has you suppressing a lot of things that you actually go through, because you actually need something. You need to be okay to go, and you think you're okay. And again, I've been reading a lot lately, which is good. I think it's reappraised feelings or emotions. I don't know. Anyways, but the idea is how, if I'm going through something, say I go through a tough time, a tough experience, like in childhood, got sexually assaulted. If I'm going through that, it's not to suppress it. It's like after something hard and something traumatic happens, it's allowing yourself to process, to work through it. Because if you don't allow yourself to process, to feel, to go through those real times, that turns into suppression. And then suppression down the line, it's a loss of connection everywhere else. Then you're in relationships that you can't really connect. And then you self-sabotage, or relationships with friends that you get angry. Like that, man, you just helped me kind of get through my thing. Yeah, I think I'm driven. Well, I do think there's an element that's kind of being dragged by something beneath my consciousness.
I don't think with you is necessarily you're getting dragged. I think you're actually dragging something with you, because you like, okay, I'm going through this, but I gotta get through it. So sometimes you're not noticing like that baggage is still there. You just feel like you're kind of, maybe you're getting weaker or something, where you're getting stronger. So you keep going, but that baggage is still there. You're not noticing that. I think it's kind of easier to people that are getting dragged by those traumas and those problems, because you can actually see that right there. You can see it on them, and they can see it almost every day. But I think for people like you and me to some extent as well, I think sometimes we can drag stuff with us, like keep fighting through it.
How do you
sometimes
drag
we forget
stuff?
That stuff is still behind us.
What is dragging stuff for Jordan look like?
I think so. Actually, like last year, I think I really came to this realization that I definitely did suppress things a lot, and it's like I would say I address it like with myself for a little bit, but I didn't really like come to no resolve with it. Just from I don't want to go too deep. I really don't want to go too deep into it.
Go ahead.
But just from certain stuff in my childhood, bro, I feel like I thought I was over it. I thought I was over that stuff because I've been able to get this far in life and persevere through all this stuff without looking weak or having a chink in my armor, for say. But at the end of the day, a lot of the ways I was acting and some of the things I did, it kind of stemmed from that. It kind of stemmed from once I got to high school, and I felt like I kind of felt resentment towards my sister because of how different my parents parented us. Yeah. But as I'm getting older, I'm like, okay, you comparing a 19-year-old parent to a 26, 27-year-old parent with money, and they already, did this stuff with me so they could correct everything wrong. But I think like real talk last year, and it kind of came at a weird time because it was like, dang, it took this blow up for everybody to kind of sit back and be like, oh, this is where a lot of the problems stem from. Because I feel like I've been voicing that for the longest, but I think sometimes it didn't get heard. But to go back to your question, bro, because I kind of went off topic, but
I want to cut you off there, if you allow me. I think thank you for sharing that, because a lot of times, and I think this is the premise of not only this podcast, but conversations like this, is we can have real conversations, real connection around real things. Yeah, you didn't share exactly what happened, but I felt it. I know people listening feel it and go through things in their own lives. And for you to kind of share that in a way, I definitely appreciate it. I will ask this though, because at those times, and I'm your friend, and I know certain things, your kind of habits or how you acted out, I would ask you, what did that look like? What were the symptoms of what you were going through? You don't necessarily need to, share if you're not comfortable with sharing, but what were the symptoms because of the way you saw your situation?
I feel like I always had to prove myself, and I always had to have an excuse, or I had to point out well, this person over here doing all these bad things. Why y'all getting mad at me for this small mistake I made? You know, and not just with my parents, like with the relationships in school, at work. Like I had to do that legit with everything because I felt like growing up. Actually, I had this conversation with somebody the other day. Like growing up, I feel like everybody put me on this super high pedestal, and then once I got older, you know, mistakes just naturally come. I feel like my mistakes was projected way more than everybody else's. And that really made me feel some type of way.
Was there a certain age where you saw that switch?
Kind of when I got to high school. When I entered high school, it's kind of when I saw that switch. I think because, you know, I wasn't in public school until middle school, basically. So everybody, it came from the people at the school comparing like what I'm doing to like all my other friends that was still in private school or either, you know, went to school in Fort Worth. Like I said, with my parents, okay, my sister can come home with some B's and it's okay. I come home with a B. It's, you know, World War III in here. So, once I got to high school, I think that's when I actually started making like mistakes for real. And instead of just learning from my mistakes, I kind of like, nah, bro, it's not that bad. I kept telling myself, it's not that bad. It's not as bad as they're making it seem. And it kind of like hindered me a lot, to be honest. I feel like I could have accomplished a lot more early on if I didn't have that mindset of like, man, even though I think they were small mistakes, but I think those people were putting those, that was making it bigger than what I proceeded to be because they knew my potential. But like I said, I didn't have that mindset back then.
Nah, of course you didn't, and it's hard to ask a kid to have that at that age, especially when you have one other sibling that you're comparing, you know, literal same experiences, same things to. Do you think that is because of the big brother, the older sibling, or because you're a male? What do you think? Because I'm like, dang, like maybe both. I don't know.
Honestly, because talking to my mom, I don't think it's neither one. I think it's literally just who I am as a person. Like my mom would tell me, like, well, your sister can't handle these certain things, or we don't think she can handle these certain things. Even though I think my sister could, but I was able to show them at an early age that I can handle certain stuff. And I was, you know, this high above. Like I said, they used to put me on this pedestal, bro. I didn't ask for none of that. It's just, I guess it's who I naturally was. So I don't think it really is have to do with being a male or being an older sibling. It really just from my experience, it really just because of the person that I was.
Yeah. It's that's totally because I see that, and I talk to my mom and my dad again. I think this is whenever you want wisdom on yourself on life, you talk to older people that's done it or older people that are literally your parents.
Yeah.
Because they say the same thing about my siblings. Yeah. They parent us differently. And a lot of times it's like, damn, y'all think I can just take on the whole world. Like, I'm a human, bro. I'm actually a person too.
Exactly.
And who do I go to? And since it's already seen, like, I know everything. All right, I'm going to just show up every day. Like, I know everything. Meanwhile, inside, I'm suppressing actually everything that I'm going through and then wearing that and then wearing that. Then when I live by myself, I break down. And
bro,
just
100%.
Throwing it back to you, if I'm you, that's kind of my mode now, because if I've gone through real things and I'm now in a space where I finally live by myself in a different city, you know, nobody, it's a clean slate. That's the time where your mind bully, the enemy, jumps on you the most, because it's like, who do you think you are? One, imposter syndrome, because you're a new person. Like, you just coming with this and this and this. That's one. And then two, nobody here with you. You by yourself. You isolated. That voice comes the most in those times. And I definitely experienced that in Germany when I didn't have outlets to, reach out to. 9 p.m. curfew. I'm just it's only me and my thoughts. When I go back home, I'm Norense. When everybody see me, like smiling, suppressing. But when I go home, I can't. In this time, I know you just got there, but have you put plans in place? Like, walk me through kind of how your new process, your new day to day, now that you're literally having to start a new routine to enjoy this new life of yours.
I think 1 year. I'm still trying to find my routine out here. But I think this is honestly was the goes back to the God's timing apart of time. It goes back to God's timing about all of this is the perfect time for me to end up living by myself, because I feel like back in 2019, I feel like even though I had 3 roommates, I feel like I really was by myself, because it was so much going on, bro. Like my best friend had moved out, went back home. My girlfriend at the time she went back home, and I think we ended up breaking up that year. It was just a lot, bro. And then like I wasn't really rocking with my roommates at the time. It was a lot of money issues, bro. It was just a lot. So I was isolating myself a lot in my room. And that was the time, as you speaking, like the devil really was like, okay, I think we got him. We can try to go knock him off his block, man. And I did get I got knocked off a couple times. Man, I got arrested during that time, bro. I wrecked my car, totaled my car on some stupid stuff. Like a lot was happening. So I think going through all that stuff that year and actually learning how to be by myself and function by myself, I think that it prepared me a lot. I think if I didn't go through that, I would be going through a lot of worse stuff, like being out here by myself, because I legit have nobody.
Bro, I'm so, as a friend, I don't give a damn about the camera, about these mics, bro. You just took me back to that time. Like, obviously, you don't forget as a friend, but I'm like, bro, I'm so proud of you, bro. Like, dead serious. I love you. I'm proud of you. Like, where you were then, I remember, too, bro, I was there. Man. I was there through them times. And people listening, I'm like, dang, like, oh, he's gotten to this point. Like, you got to this point. Now you have your own company. You're building things together. You got, bro, that is crazy. If I look at Jordan back there, bro, it's like, bro, that's so crazy now to think about it. A lot of times, even thank you, like, for even saying that, because now it's like, if you want to remember now how to stay grateful and how to stay patient and present in your moment, just look at what the hell you were then and how you felt then.
And that's what I do, bro. Like it's like I keep telling myself, bro, I feel like I want to knock on some wood or something. I feel like I can't go through any worse than that, bro. Like during that time, other stuff going up too, but I feel like, bro, I didn't reach the worst of it. Even if it wasn't like on the outside looking in, it's not the worst that I reached so far. But I think mentally I can't go back down that far anymore.
Yeah.
I don't think it's possible. I think I really hit rock bottom.
Ain't no knock on wood, bro. Temptation, trials, and tests come in this life, bro. But now you went through that, not just for you to get it through you, to help somebody else. Now you're doing so many other things to help other people, help yourself grow in this mindset. Even our conversations, bro, just to even transparent, bro, I think obviously you're best friend, but like one of the people, whether it's like business opportunities, that new mindset, just, clarity of thought, vision, I go to Jordan. I'll ask Jordan, because it's like nothing against other friends of mine and other people in my life, but it's like I'm in this mode of my life personally where I need to be by people that are courageous, that are audacious and just want more. Like, if you don't want more, it's not that I hate when people say, oh, if you don't got it, I'm moving on with you. No, they're not going to bring me down. If they bring something different to the table, cool, I'll go. You have different friends with, in different spots of your life. But for my life, bro, somebody like you, people that want more, that are hungry, you just move to another spot and you're doing all these things. That's live. That's inspiring, bro. That's inspiring. I remember when I left New York, you're the first person I called. I said, Jordan, I'm telling you, we on. If you lock into your...
when I tell you that conversation got me so lit, bro. Like I think I was on my way to work, bro. I was like, yeah, bro, this is so dope, bro. Like,
for some context,
like I said, man,
I was in the MBA mentorship program, went to the MBA headquarters. I was in front of all these people and they gave me all this great feedback of what I'm building, what we're building. And literally when I'm behind those, I'm not in rooms just for myself. I'm in rooms for people like Jordan that are doing it. And I'm like, what? I got to share this. So I called Jordan and I'm like, hey, but go ahead.
Yeah. Nah, man, hey, man, it's time to capitalize, man.
Nah, for real.
Let's do it. Let's make something shake. Nah, bro, but I ain't gonna lie. I kind of want to get some fun stuff. So we still talking about the new city, new me. You feel me?
Yeah.
Bro, you go to a lot of new cities like during the year, bro. Or you just go to cities a lot during the year. What's like the Norense, the King No checklist when he touched down in a new city?
It's a great question, bro. King No checklist. Okay. When I touch down in a city, right? Get to the hotel, drop myself. I got to get the hell out of there. You know how people like to rest in a long flight? I don't care if I had two connecting flights. I don't care if it was a 5 hour, like, bruh, I'm out. I'm outside. Yeah. So I go and I try to go like to a place to eat or somewhere with a bar, something with entertainment, something social. Cause I'm trying to feel the pulse of the city. I'm that connect. I got to feel the pulse of the city. So I get out there and I just, I chat. Like it's so funny. I always tell people all the time, when you go somewhere new, if you're listening, you go somewhere new, Jordan, if you take anything from me, take this. Yeah. You go to a bar, you sit there, right? You order some food and the bartender or whatever, you are overly enthusiastic. Like, yeah, thank you so much. Or what's your name? Oh, that's so dope. Like, I love that. People around you start looking. People around you start looking at you like, oh, who's this brother? Like but that's life, bro. You got to bring that. So it draws people to you. Again, I'm a connector. So number one, I drop my bags. I turn my black ass around and I go somewhere. 2, I sit down, eat something. And 3, enthusiasm, life, bring that to where you go. Fast forward to you right now. Same question. You got to a new city, you packed all your bags, put them in the little trunk, drove down to Austin, dropped them in your house. I know you didn't, arrange everything yet. What has your experience been like?
We almost there now. What
has your experience been like with other people, like going out, moving, different activities?
Man, you know what? A lot of people have been asking me that, and like, to be honest, I really haven't just explored the city yet, just because I've been back and forth so much. Just getting the rest of my stuff. Prior engagements I already had, locked in and back home. So, and then the one weekend I was out here so far, bro, my friends came out here and it was South by Southwest. So that's not even regular Austin. So I feel like this the first weekend I really just got to, okay, let me go explore the city. So, later I'm going to go catch a game somewhere. But I will say last weekend, I ended up randomly going to a wedding. Shout out my boy Coleman for letting me come through the wedding.
Shout out, that's love.
But I ended up randomly going to a wedding, and then I met a couple people that actually live out here, man. I got connected with them. So I think that's going to be a good connection to have. And like you said, bro, I naturally going to bring the energy and bring my, joyful self to places. So I think that's a good. I like that, bro. I like that King No checklist. Yeah, I'm gonna have to write. You might have to put the graphics up, when we doing this.
No, okay. So now, like a random Tuesday, how does Jordan find friends in a new city? Yeah. Because again, you're connected. You leave somewhere, all your friends, family. I'll never leave this place. You leave, and now you're in a different city. How do you step out and be uncomfortably comfortable reaching out with new people? Like, what does that actually look like? You can't just, because in my mind, okay, that's you went to a wedding and you met all those different people, but like, what about just you?
It was a cheat code, right?
Yeah, that's literally a cheat code.
It was a cheat code. Man, that's hard, bro. That's actually what I've been trying to ask people, bro. Like, how do y'all meet new friends? Because I feel like every time I done met new people, it's like I kind of been in the situation to do that. Like, most of my good friends are from like middle school, elementary, high school. And then the other half of my friends are from college. I done met some people at some bars, just being nice and just, being the cool people that me and my other friends are. Like, we done met cool people out. So I guess that's a kind of what I can continue to do. But I just want to explore the city a lot. Especially, like you said, man, I've been in DFW my whole life. So I want to see if I can find my people out here as well. So I think that I'm excited for that challenge. That was one of the things I was most excited about coming to a new city. It was one thing I was most scared about, but also most excited about seeing new people that I can touch, and also more people that I can connect with.
It's like getting ready for a new game or a game. I'm a basketball player. It's like you're nervous, but you're excited. Yeah. Okay, I can show myself, but 100%, it's uncomfortable like to jump out there. Yeah, that's true, bro. I just here's what I think about this, and I'd love to hear what you think. Confidence is something that's I've been thinking about lately, and I talk about often, and be confident, grow, know who you are, love yourself. But I like to look at it from the different lens that if I wasn't me, big 6'9", chocolate, beautiful, blessed by God, if I wasn't that, would I be confident? And it's like, so many people are in that situation, a new city like yourself, and aren't, outgoing, don't have that many friends, don't have people around them. And I try to, work through myself. Like, how do I refrain and how do I speak to that?
Yeah.
What is your thoughts on just, I guess, your levels of confidence? Do you think your self-esteem, your confidence comes from what you've got to? Like, now, shit, I got a new apartment. I got a new life. Does that boost your confidence any? And if it does, is that dangerous?
I think that 100% does boost your confidence. But I think it only can boost it when you actually, giving yourself them self-affirmations. So I don't think that's dangerous. But I don't think confidence only comes for what you accomplish, man. I think it's just really having it really starts with loving yourself and giving yourself grace and knowing that, like, man, how did I gain my confidence? That now you got me thinking about that.
That's what I'm saying.
Think, like, it really does start with loving yourself. Because I don't think I was always confident. Yeah, I always kind of been like, leader of the group type, but I wasn't always confident in that aspect, and just in myself in general. I had a lot of insecurities.
When was that?
And still do, but shoot, man, probably all the way up into college, to be honest. Like, bro. It was like, and it wasn't even like more so like what I thought about myself. It was more so like what the people around me were saying, or what circumstances were happening in my life. Cause now that I think about it, I kind of did always have like the confidence in myself, but I let what other people were saying, or like the stuff that was happening around me kind of affect that confidence a lot.
Yeah.
But I guess I got to that point where I just was like, hey man, I'm him.
Nah, bro, and it goes back to the nature versus nurture. It's like the environment, like you said, that does play a huge part. And it's just like, I don't know, sometimes I just sit here and I wonder, it's like, obviously environment means a lot. And it's like, are we these people now? Have we grown because of the people we've surrounded ourselves with? Now you're in a new job, a new place. Like, are you growing because of that, or are you growing because of you? I don't know if it makes sense to formulate into a question. I'm just like thinking, like, bro.
I think they do, because I think at the end of the day, I'm growing because of me, because of the decision I made to, to accept this growth and continue to, want to grow. Because I could have been complacent and just stayed in Fort Worth, and I really could have found in what some people would say a better job out there and a better paying job. But I don't think in the long run that would have benefited me, not just financially, but just like my growth as a person in general.
Your growth as a person in general. That's another segue to a thought that I just had as Jordan drinks his beverage. Shout out 94 Pours. I think in my head, and obviously guys, gals, anyone breathing, today, I don't want to get swept off my feet today. Not today. Not tomorrow. Never. I don't think that ever comes out of your thoughts, out of your mind. Yeah. I think the most important decision is your life partner, who you're going to marry. And for me, I think, and I hold marriage in the highest regard. I don't like this talk of, I'm not in marriage. And people think marriage is just like a luxury item. It'd be nice to have because of their, thoughts of a relationship. I don't agree. I don't see it that way at all. So the most important decision in your life to me is that I do. How does Jordan walk in a new city to get to that space? I don't even know how, but let's chat, because
Nah, I actually come on and talk about this because I feel like relationships been a big topic just in the social comment last couple of weeks, man. Just one, because, man, you watch Love Is Blind, bro. You gotta tap into it, bro.
Of course I do.
Come on, man. You seen the new season?
I love those something about love. Anything about love. I never watch TV. If it's about love, I'm watching.
Like, I'm not a reality show person, but you throw some love in there, I'm gonna rock with it, bro. And it's one. Yes, I love love. I legit do. But I think another aspect of those shows, it's kind of like a learning thing, bro. Like, you just seeing people patterns, and like it's just cool.
How would you do on those type of shows? I would eat.
what does eat mean though? Like, what does that mean?
That's true though. Like, I just feel like I can do what they do, and I would be loved. I don't know.
I feel like love is blind, bro. I don't know. I could go in that for sure.
Bro, that black dude was like, he was corny as hell, bro. I was watching it with my parents. It was my parents' anniversary. It was I don't know. Buddy, the last season, Buddy was singing to him in a high pitched tone. Buddy did not know what he was doing, and my parents was like, "Oh, that's cute."
Oh, the dude on the guitar.
Yes, it was their anniversary. They was feeling it. I said, "Man, hell no."
You hating, bro. You hating.
I don't know.
You hating, bro. You hating.
But how do we find women that one, okay, obviously we find women by opening our damn eyes and going out and seeking them. But like, where do we find it? Where do you find it?
Hey man, hey, you tell me, man. You tell me. But I ain't gonna say, I will say one thing. I'm gonna apologize to all of y'all out there who be on these dating apps. Because I don't know, bro. It kind of got some shit to it a little bit, bro.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I kind of rocking with it a little bit, bro.
What app you on?
In a new city out here. Hey, Hinge. I like Hinge, man. I like
that,
Hinge.
bro.
Good, good conversation on there for sure.
I just got on this new app, Raya, bro. Raya, oh my god.
Stuff,
no, okay, Raya. I hate when people do that. Like it's an app where you pay and it's like a status. You're somebody and you wait forever. I waited for a while. I didn't even know like I was still. They just pinged me. Oh, you're accepted to Raya. I'm like, oh, a badge of honor? Yeah. No, it's just something somebody told me. Like one of my coaches was like, you should get on Raya. And I get on Raya, bro. I'm like, yeah, I ain't sitting, boy. Yeah. I don't know, bro. I feel like, because you just got on there, right? Yeah. I feel like when you first get on these dating, they gonna show you all. They gonna be showing you all the baddies on That's
here,
true.
Bro.
Oh my god!
So, but you gotta give it about a week or two, bro. You gotta give it about a week or two.
What do you think? What do you think about though? What do you think about online dating? Again, you just said you're wrong on that, but I think there's validity to the last thought because again, when you date online, they don't get to see the real you. That's why I'm like, a lot of times he's like, I can thrive because you know you. So what do you think about that?
I think, bro, I really just think it depends on how you go about it, man. I feel like if you like asking the right questions.
All right, not to cut you off. How are you? Me, I'm the girl. You're Jordan. How you sliding in my DM?
Bro, it's hard. Hey, but that's a hard. I be calling my homie Brandon every time. I be like, bro, how do y'all do this, bro? Like, I just don't know. But what I be doing on Hinge, bro, I just be finding one of the. If it's an interesting picture, interesting question or something, that's just the one I attack, man. You know, I got a little way with my words, man. I can ask questions in a better way than, you know, instead of just asking, you know, what type of music do you listen to? I'd be like, you know, okay. Say you're doing a festival, right?
What's up, gang?
Who's gonna be like your headliner? Who's gonna be your headliner? Who's gonna be like your second act? Who's gonna
be
your opener? That's the type of times I be on. Who type of times I be on, right?
Bro, that's cold. Oh, nah. Now
I'm telling you, bro. You gotta find a deeper way of asking them simple questions.
Bro, listen to this. Literally, the next time I see a little that's what I say. The little at the anywhere in person, anywhere in public.
Yeah.
I was with Keenan Evans. Shout out Keenan, my boy, best friend. He's my
brother.
And his man's at Montes. I don't want to say it wrong. Okay. So we were at Happy Hour. And this guy, his friend, he walked up to this girl and he was just like, hey, that guy over there thinks you're beautiful. And then he moved his body and ran over there. And he was like, this guy. That's
I'm
live.
Not rolling, bro. I'm not rolling, bro. I'm not rolling, bro.
Bro, that's funny. Rolling. Bro, that's funny,
bro. It is if you cute, bro. That's not gonna rock if you ain't the cutest, dog. That ain't gonna rock.
I did one time that she loved it. I can't remember when it was, but I was at this bar and this girl started talking to me. I think it was Moxie's. And this girl started talking to me. I think I was watching a football game or something. And she kind of like nudged me when she got her food. Her plate came and she nudged me. She's like, oh, sorry. And then she was like, oh, your shirt is nice. And I was like, all right, give it another feel. I said, touch it again. And then she said,
oh, well, actually, I don't think I was there then. I think I was there.
I said, touch it again. You know what? That's husband material.
yeah, bro. I remember that, bro. Like, nah, see, I like that one, bro. I like that one.
Yeah, I like that
one. I like
but
that.
But bro, like,
because it's like it's not that much effort in it. Like, it's effort in it, like thought wise. But I think what you said earlier. The bro
that's hard.
He had to do a defensive slide to go over and say that guy over here, bro. What you mean, bro?
Bro, girls
that's
like
a lot,
effort.
Bro. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Women like effort, bro.
I respect it, bro. I just don't think it's gonna work if she not attracted to you, bro. I don't think that's gonna work.
True, but in this age, bro, a lot of guys, I think that's a misnomer. Like, you got to put yourself out there. If you listen, if you watch,
for sure.
And you want a girl, you want a woman. I'm talking to even myself because a lot of times you think it's just gonna come to you. No, king, no, brother.
Yeah.
And at this age, we're in a time of, bro, put yourself out there. It's the courage to try again and try again. And it's like, okay, what are my values in this life? Is it how they think of me? No. Is it people's opinion? No. Is it acceptance from other people that don't even know me? No. So why the hell do I give a damn what they think or how it may look if I get rejected? A value of mine is courage, and it takes the courage, the balls, the moxie to walk out with my two eyes and look at her fine ass and say, what's happening? It takes that. So it's like reminding yourself whenever I'm in social spots or in social situation where it's like, okay, my value is courage. My value is courage. Okay, I'm not going to even get myself, dang, she bad. But them, bro, I don't care about them folk. Like, think about it. If your girl is walking, like, probably married people can attest to this. I've never even thought about this, but imagine if my pops, he saw my mama walking, he's just like, shit, you got it. Boy, you better pull up tough and see how they go. I don't know. That just helped me because a lot of times.
I would say that part with me is kind of, bro, I'm too analytical with the shooting in person, like, because, bro, I didn't see, but it's because, bro, I be just peeping around. I'm very observant, bro. So I feel like I can tell when a girl got a dude. I can tell when a girl don't want to be bothered by no dudes right now. So it's just certain ways you got to go about it. And I'll be telling, like, when I be out with Caleb and Alex all the time, I be telling, bro, wait, pause. I be telling them all the time, bro, before they even go, bro, I'm telling you, she got a dude. Or I'm telling you, bro, like, you can't just go up to that type of girl, bro. You got to have a more creative way about it. So, like, I'm telling you, I'm super observant when it comes to that stuff, bro.
I inherently disagree because, again, it goes back to what I said on the onset. There is no one breathing that says, oh, I don't want to get swept off my feet today. If you come with something different, like you just said, kind of, even, it sounds bad, even if she got a man sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. You're right.
Bro,
you are right. You are
you
right
don't
about
know
that.
the terms of somebody's relationship. You don't know what they call a relationship.
But I think
you
it's just
go
something
after
Mimi,
what you
bro.
want, bro.
I think
obviously you have respect.
I think it's just something Mimi. I think it's just something Mimi, bro. I think it's just something Mimi. But I can tell, like, okay, this is not the one. So maybe it is just me subconsciously being like, bro, you might think she look good, but I don't think it's worth it. Because I still would go shoot at somebody while we outside now. But I'm just real selective on it. Very selective on it.
I'm just curious, is that like the beliefs and the social norms embedded in one's head? Because again, when I went to Germany, it was a totally different situation to how people interacted, what dating was. They went on long walks, how you approached a woman, those type of things. It was totally different than over here. You just online, you talk to people differently. So when I came back, I had just this enthusiasm for not only life, but connecting with people, like genuine relationship, those type of things that I would be lying if I said I had it before I went over there. So it's like, I did go through a tough situation, but just learning from my environment made me different, made me see the world differently. I just wonder how much of what you just said goes to back, again, the learned things that were taught here. Because again, now in this day, I always like, bro, sometimes I wish I had that fresh mindset to when I stepped my little black ass off the plane and came back from Germany. I wish I had that. Like, cause I don't know if you remember, I came to Fort Worth, we went to a bar and I was just talking to everybody. It's just like,
I don't remember. Yeah, bro, I definitely remember that, bro.
Like,
came straight to my
That's
crib.
what I'm saying. Like, people's opinions, those thoughts are already in your head when you go somewhere. Not to,
but I'm not, so like stuff like that. Yeah, I'll just go talk to somebody for real, bro. But I'm not the type of dude that's gonna just be like, okay, I see a girl I really like, let me go ask for her number, bro. Like,
okay, sorry, not to cut you off. I hate when people say I'm not that type of dude. You weren't that type of dude a couple years ago. Now you've grown into this type of dude. I'm just
I would never do it. I'm never that type of dude. I'll never. Just the first thing I do when I go over there, hey, how you doing? What's your number? But that's not me. I like actually like talking to people. I feel like that's when most of my like successful, well, quote unquote, successful relationships, because how successful were they? But most of my successful relationships, man, it's just me being around this person for a minute, actually, talking to them, having real conversations with them. I'm like, okay, you know what? I think I like her.
Yeah.
So I think that's a part of it too, bro. But I ain't never been scared to go talk to somebody. Now,
no, I guess it's just
never been. Because I don't even like sliding in nobody DMs like that either. Because bro, I need to feel your energy. Like I need to feel that.
100%. I 100% agree,
important.
Bro.
Very important.
That is a part. I'm glad you said that, bro. In person, bro. In person is totally different. I think online dating is convenient. Yeah, there's yeahs on Raya and all these Hinge, all these apps. But like in person, you get the person's vibe, their humor, their smells, just who they are. You get, you tangibly can feel. I always, not to take it back to me, but I always say this, bro. If you knew me in person, bro, you would love me. That's how I think. I
100% feel the same way.
So
100% feel the same way.
I wonder, just even thinking about younger generation, the youth, and people behind us, like how do they? I'm just thinking out loud. How do they connect, bro? We used to go outside and hoop, and then like,
bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. I not
think even with a relationship, but
yeah, just friends too, bro. Like, bro, how do y'all? I don't know, man. That's tough. That's tough, man. I really couldn't imagine growing up in like the younger generation than us. Like, yeah, bro. But I guess like when you ingrained in it, it's a little different. But like I couldn't imagine that because I feel like we definitely got the best of both worlds. With like you said, about growing up, we had to go outside and meet friends. We had to go out. We had to go knock on somebody's door to talk to them, bro. We didn't have like cell phones and stuff growing up. Like
literally, bro. Yeah, and like you said, part of it is ingrained. But I'm just like, do they even see the value? I say they, like they're aliens.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Do younger people that's why I need to do more. I'm going to do this mentoring thing with the youth and talking to kids because I think that's learning. I feel like older people say, oh, I gotta feel young and connect with the apps. Shit, I gotta feel young and connect with the youth to see how they're actually going through these things. Because again, how do you see the value if you haven't had to do it? Oh, I just text and there's a value in human to human connection. I don't know.
Yeah. But I think I do like this younger generation though. We saying that we not in our 20s, but I actually do like this. I like this younger generation just because I feel like, I don't know, man. I think you doing something like having like these mentor things or just having like an event or something where you're touching younger children, like in their heart, man, their feelings and their brains, the mind bullies, you feel me? I think they're very receptive to that.
Yes, bro.
For sure.
No, bro,
if it's something that if you can resonate with them, bro, you got them. 100%, you got them.
I'm telling you, bro, I am amazed that whenever I talk, even to Texas Tech, the basketball team and the football team, when I talk to younger people, not even they're just so far removed, but if you think 27, they're probably like 7-8 years younger. And I talked to, they listen, bro. These guys actually listen. They really ask questions and DM, oh, what you feel about this? Like literally, Pop Isaacs, he plays on Texas Tech basketball. I went to
nice. I like
I went to the welcoming ceremony for our new coach. And after the ceremony, I came down. He came up to me and was like, bro, like, I've been meaning to talk to you all year long. Like, can I get your number? I was like, yeah. And he was just like, bro, I've been meaning to ask you questions, but I didn't know how to approach you. To his mom, I'm like, bro, talk like anytime. Like they listen. Long story short, they listen and they're hungry to listen. It's just like counsel or people being there for them to take them through those things. Because a lot of the things that we've seen, they're going through in a different way. It's on the older generation or us to actually talk and lend their hand. And that's my problem. And I think about it a lot. bro, like I think, why don't I go back to North Crowley? Why don't I talk to these kids? Why don't I? And I start getting hard on myself. Am I stretching myself too thin? I don't know. I just want to connect in that way. That's why I think it's so cool. Obviously, a close friend of yours, Gabe, he's a teacher and he's reaching out to the kids. You lived literally Christian with a teacher, reaching out with the kids. So I don't know. I think that's a huge part of life. It's like once you went through something, go back and pay it forward and do it for them so they can, keep that going.
Yeah.
I don't know, Jordan. I think
these kids are dope, though.
They are.
These kids are dope. But some of them, though, they like I said, bro, they just very impressionable, man. So
people are impressionable,
right things in front of them because
people are impressionable.
Yeah, but I think that's a fact. But I think they have way more outlets and way more things to like tap into. It's like, man, it's like rolling the dice to see what they're gonna actually gravitate to. Because I feel like with us growing up, man, it wasn't that many avenues that we could go through. Like
you think we saw it as that, bro, or you think that was reality? Because a lot of times we only see it one way, the basketball way, the this way. But maybe there was always avenues.
But that's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying. We only seen, we had like this kind of this tunnel vision. Mm-hmm. We was kind of in this small world, but like as social media has grown and grown, as the internet has grown and grown, bro, like they got all of this stuff to look at, bro. So it's like, bro, you don't know what they're gonna gravitate.
You think that's an advantage?
I think it's an advantage and a disadvantage. Like I said, bro, what we were talking about earlier, bro, they have all these resources to like to get better and further. Like you actually seeing yourself, somebody that look like you or somebody that's doing the same thing as you. Like you seeing a blueprint on how to, emulate that. But also you seeing somebody that you might look up to that's doing all this wrong, but they still, they still got the bag. They still got all this success. They still got all the girls. So like, you might think, okay, I need to do this to do that as well. So yeah, it's both for sure, 100%.
Yeah, I think there's a cost.
Depending on how they use it and how the dice roll sometimes.
There's definitely a cost because again, like even back to the relationship standpoint, you think you have all these damn options. I can get with that girl. I could, everybody. I have all these options or all these career paths you could do whatever you want, but it's like, nah, I'm not team option, bro. I'm not because it's like, how are you team option when it's like, okay, you're on this app and it gives you the illusion that like, okay, the next will be better. Let me find it. I don't know. I don't agree with it.
I don't think about it like that though. I do think about it like that, but this is how I think about it. And I've said this before, but bro, I think everybody legit has options. But I think the beautiful thing about marriage and being in a relationship is you're choosing that option every single day. So
but don't you think, bro, when you think you have all these options, one, time is a thing. Time is a thing. And as time goes on, I just have all the options. You just don't actually see yourself leaning 100% into one of the options because they don't have what I want. Next thing, they don't have the car. They don't have the job. They don't have, they don't think next thing. You just find yourself picking at every relationship, nitpicking.
That's tough, bro.
Bro, lean into someone.
I think that's what, now going back into our generation, I think that's something that we do a lot, bro. Like we do have that illusion that we have all these, it's somebody always better out there. We do have that illusion. But I think, man, sometimes, bro, people just got non-negotiables when it comes to relationships and people, bro. So it's like, yeah, bro. But back to what I was saying, man, because I feel like I said a bar, bro. Marriage is choosing your favorite option, the most beautiful option, the most perfect option for you every single day. But at the end of the day, you do have that option to go ahead and do something else. But like I said, the beautiful part of it is, and y'all decided that y'all each other's options, that y'all choosing that every single day, man. That's the beautiful part.
The beautiful part of this is I'm here with Mr. Jordan Konnard. He just got a new house.
Yes, sir.
Just got a new life. And
hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I'll just be in here like, dang, bro, I really moved to Austin, bro. I mean, this the best part of living by yourself. You can really be weird for real, bro. I be here talking to myself. Like,
I'm glad you came on here, bro, because I think it is essential when you could just put the camera on after you set up this for like literally all day. This camera, I mean, this light all day waiting for Jordan to go get his ring light and everything. Whenever you can do all this, set up with your boy, it's always refreshing. So love, bro. Appreciate you jumping on the My Billy Podcast.
Already, bro, man. I think we need to do this, like, bro. Maybe like once a month or something, bro. I think it's cool because we always interviewing people, and also, we also, do our own thing where we just, talk. But I think it's cool to like bounce ideas off each other and bounce questions off each other and kind of like, we can interview each other almost type thing. I think we should do this, man.
And you're somebody that I definitely take counsel from. I take their opinions like not lightly. I take, the insight that you have on the different type of topics and the different things I need to lean into. Yeah. So I'll think about that for sure. Because a lot of times I'm like, this is me. Nah, bro, open it up. Like I don't have 100% feel that. Because it's when it's your baby, you just like, bro, open this up. It's our thing. So now again, love, bro. Appreciate you jumping on the pod.
Alrighty, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Genix, you going off.